Today I'm going to show you a video on how to erase pencil markings so that you don't mess up your lettering, and also how to fix your paper if it is wrinkled, because I have seen and heard from a lot of you that your papers are kind of wrinkled up. So this is definitely something you should probably have your mom help you with. Don't just go grab an iron and then accidentally burn yourself. Okay, so what I do is I take some paper towel and I lay it down, or because you want something that's not, you don't want to have your paper right up to the table, but you know, if you put a towel down or something, that's a lot of surface underneath the paper that can make it kind of wrinkled. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my piece of paper and I'm turning it over. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of flatten it out. Now this will never be like a completely perfect piece of paper again, but it will be better. I have my iron on the hottest setting, and if you look, like, do you see how there's like, this button right here is like if you want to steam something. You don't push any of that stuff. You don't have any water inside your iron. It's completely dry. And then you're gonna take your iron and you're gonna go over your paper on the back side. And again, like I said, it's not gonna be perfect, but it will be a lot better than it was. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn my piece of paper over, and do you see how much better it is? And then also I can say, okay, well, it's still a little bit more wrinkled on this front side because I really bent it pretty good right here. So what I'm gonna do is put a paper towel down because I don't wanna burn my paper. And I'm going to try to do it again just on top of the paper. I'm just kind of sitting it down. I'm going to pick it back up. And like I said, it's never going to be 100% perfect, but it will definitely be better than it was. And I'm going to go ahead and just go straight onto the page. What you want to look at is the bottom of your iron. If your iron isn't really dirty, then you can iron onto the page. The problem is, you know, sometimes irons can get really dirty on the bottom, depending on what they've been used for, if there was stuff on the clothing that was sticky or whatever. And so you'll just end up transferring it onto your paper, which will be not great. So that's why I usually always start on the back. But, and then you can kind of go back and forth because now it's sort of curling up a little bit, and you can stick it between a book when you're done too to flatten it out some more. But you can tell that's like, yes, you can still see like there's a little crinkle there and a little crinkle there, but it's nothing like it was. So that is definitely the trick that I use a lot. And now I'm going to go over how to erase as best you can, especially when you're at home and you don't have a fancy electric eraser, which obviously is the easiest way to erase. So we're gonna do the version that the majority of the world will do. Okay, so I'm gonna take my pink eraser. As you can see, because of my hand, I have rubbed a lot of pencil graphite all around here. So for big areas like this, where I'm just trying to get it off because I rubbed it with my hand, you know, and got it all everywhere, I'm going to take the side of my eraser. I'm going to hold my paper really sturdy like this, because if I just start erasing, I'm going to end up wrinkling my page accidentally, and then you're going to have to iron it again. Plus it's like, you know, there's having your page sort of crinkled and then there's putting a huge crease in it. It's pretty hard to get that out. So I'm going to hold it to the side and I'm going to go like this. And if you can kind of see how much of a difference that is, that's a lot of a faster way. You have a lot more surface area of the eraser that you're using on the page, so you'll get it done a lot quicker. Then in terms of, you know, trying to get all that stuff from the inside of my letters, I'm going to take a new or almost new sorry, I just spaced on my words. Not electric pencil, what am I trying to say? Mechanical, sorry. Mechanical pencil, where the eraser is very like clean and new. And I would advise against using like a brand new unused number 2 pencil, those ones that are bright pink, because time and time again I've gone to use one of those because the eraser's like brand new, and for some reason it puts pink all over my paper, and not pink like, you know, these eraser bits and then you just go like this. It like stains my page. So I would not use those. Or if you have it and that's the only thing you have, then, you know, erase with it first on another piece of paper and try to get that top coat off. So then I'm going to take the side of my eraser and I'm going to go in and act kind of like it's a pencil, like I'm drawing, except for that I'm erasing. And I'm going to go in and kind of clean stuff up. If you can, you want to blow like I just did, because if you take your hand and go like that, you're just going to put more ink in, not ink, sorry, graphite back onto the paper, and then you're going to have to erase again. And you may end up, you know, erasing more than you mean to, like I just did there, because some spots are just so tiny. So then you just, you know, fill it back in where you got more erasing than you meant to. And then you just kind of go around everything and you do a combination of cleanup and then fill back in. And sometimes you're, you know, like you can tell from what I'm doing, you're going to have to use your finger. Or if you have like a paintbrush that's clean, you can, you know, go like this and wipe it off. So you just want to try your best to not touch your page too much where the graphite is, because you don't want it to get all over your hand and then just kind of create this never-ending problem where you're erasing, filling back in, erasing, spreading out the graphite again. You know, you don't want to have this take forever. So that is the general way that you're going to need to clean up. And almost everybody is going to need to clean up. Like I always have to clean my paper up. So don't, you know, beat yourself up about it if that's what ends up having to happen. That's just pretty normal. So hopefully those are 2 little hacks that you can use to help you clean up your page and get it unwrinkled if it is wrinkled. All right, happy Good Friday. That's what we're gonna be doing for today. You can work on cleaning up, and then next week I'm gonna finish going through the rest of your project line by line, doing how to do it with ink, talking to you about how to use watercolors if you wanna use that option, or colored pencil, all that kind of stuff. So have a great Easter weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday.